Good morning to everyone. I am Dr.R.SUGANYA, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity. Today we are going to see about exceptions handling. Exception and assertions, exception types, try-catch statement, multiple catch statement, final method, finally block, exception categories, common exception, handles and declaration rule, method overriding exceptions and user-defined exceptions. So here we can see about what is exceptions. An exception is a problem that arises during the execution of a program. When an exception occurs, the normal flow of the program is disrupted and the program application terminates abnormally, which is not recommended. Therefore, these exceptions ought to be handled. And exceptions can occur for many different reasons. Following are some scenarios where an exception occurs. A user has entered an invalid data. A file that needs to be opened cannot be found. Some of these exceptions are caused by user error, others by programmer error, and others by physical resources that have failed in some manner. Exceptions are mechanisms used by many programming languages to describe what to do when something happened unexpectedly. So an exception handling in Java is one of the powerful mechanisms to handle the runtime error, so that normal flow of applications can be maintained. In Java, exception is an event that disrupts the normal flow of the program. It is an object which is thrown at runtime. What is exception handling? We know that it is to handle runtime errors such as class not found, input-output exception, SQL, remote, etc. The core advantage of exception handling is to maintain the normal flow of the exception normally disrupts the normal flow of application. That is why we use exception handling. Let's take a scenario like statement 1 to 7. Suppose there is 7 statements in your program and there occurs an exception at statement 5. The rest of the code will not be executed. That is statement 6 and 7 will not run. If we perform exception handling, rest of the statement will be executed. That is why we use exception handling in Java. So what are the types of exceptions available in Java programming? So we have like checked exceptions, unchecked exceptions. So checked exceptions means which is the exception can be handled in the program that arise from external conditions that can readily occur in a working program. Example, the requested file not been found because of network failure. And then second type is unchecked exceptions. These might arise from conditions that represents bugs or situations that are considered generally too difficult for a program to handle reasonably. Exceptions that arise from category of situation that probably represent bugs are called runtime exception. Example, runtime exception is attempting to access beyond the end of the So here we can have the exception class, which is a base class that represents checked and unchecked exceptions. The runtime exceptions class is a base class that is used for the unchecked exceptions that might arise as a result of the program bugs. Here we can have the program name, just class name called unchecked demo, and here we have array like data type integer, and this program will display the up to 4 numbers. Next is about try catch statement. So the try catch is used to enclose a code that might throw an exception. It must be used within the method. Java try block must be followed by either catch or finally block. The syntax is try, some code can be thrown out, and catch exception class name, and finally it can be used. The program here we have for try catch statement. So here the catch block is can also be used. Actually, catch block is used to handle the exception. It must be used after the try block only. So we can use multiple catch block within a single try statements. So here we can see the example program. Test try catch 1 is a class name, and here it throws the exception that is as it is one of the declaration error, and so the system.out.println which displays the rest of the code. So whenever it throws an exception, as it is an invalid declaration of the variable, so it throws an exception which says that exception in thread main java.lang arithmetic exception, which is division by 0. Here we can see the example program which is used try catch statements. So here it is an invalid declaration of variable data, which is division by 0, so it is an arithmetic exception. So here is also one more example is given, like try one statement has been used, which is one particular integer has been converted, and also the catch statement which have to be displayed for toString variable. Otherwise some other statement by default, some statement will be executed. So this can be used in online compiler for Java. Thank you.